The 3 leadership programmes for Cumbria and the North East are really exciting and innovative. I'm hoping that over the next 9 months we'll be able to see real leadership emerging from people with a learning disability, from families and from professionals, but where we'll be able to see real impact on the quality of life for people with a learning disability in Cumbria and the North East. The Sharing the Knowledge programme is a programme for family carers of people with a learning disability to empower them with information about leadership and to enable them to be effective leaders in their own right. It was necessary to have the Sharing the Knowledge programme to ensure that in the Transforming Care programme across Cumbria and the North East, that people with a learning disability, family carers and staff who work in services have equal opportunity to be effective leaders. Greatest evidence that we will look for to see if it's been effective is just much better engagement with families. I think we've had to be mindful of the fact that families are families and they're busy in their own right. You know, they're somebody's mum or dad or brother or sister. So, you know, you can't expect the same kind of time commitment as somebody where it's their paid job. But I think if we can see much greater family engagement in helping us redesign and co-design services and support for people with a learning disability, then we'll have achieved a lot.
I have 2 lovely kids, Evie and Joe. They're 11 and 9. Evie has autism and sensory processing disorder, as does Joey, and he also has ADHD. I work at Skills for People and I'm a family advice worker. The Sharing Knowledge programme was great, and it was a really comprehensive programme covering everything from sort of the history of disability to really specific things about how you can help your kids, you know, housing, employment, education. It was sort of everything, a little bit of everything. But it's something that's quite close to my heart and something that I heard from somebody on the course that they'd done something similar and were doing it really well. And I thought, you know what, if we could do that here, it would really help families. It's about families, if they're lucky, can get a personal budget for their children. I think you can get in a bit of a rut. I think sometimes families are struggling and you get a budget and you just think, right, I'm gonna send my child off for a weekend for respite once a month and that's it. Because you're like, thank heavens I've got one. But actually that same bit of money you could use in different ways that actually might make you happier, your family happier, your child happier. So all I want is for people to think, oh, I never thought I could do that. Oh, I might do that, that would actually suit my child better. So to start off with, we really need to be talking to families and getting that information about, well, okay, we think these kind of things would help you, but can you tell us what would help you? So it's all still kind of going round in my head at the moment. So there's not a very definite plan as yet, but we've got lots of ideas.
With any project, it's really important to me that we get it right. So things haven't moved as quickly as I might have liked, but it's very much about wanting to try and get all the information that we need so that we can make sure that what we do in the end is going to be the right thing. Probably the main things I've done is talk to people at the local authority within the sort of Children with Disabilities team, because obviously that's where people get their personal budgets from. Because I think for it to be most successful, it would be great if we could work in partnership with them in terms of identifying families who might need more support and them signposting families to us. So there's been a lot of, a couple of meetings and discussions around actually this is what we think families might need. From your side of the fence, what do you think? And just trying to, get their side of it as well so that we can have the most sort of positive working relationship we can. Being on the course, a lot of it was about, for me personally, was about things like, I suppose, just becoming a bit more confident about, first of all, the fact that I could do things, I suppose, but also they did quite a lot of work with us on things like speaking in public and how to present yourself. And I've been working with Liz from Skills for People, getting more involved with some transforming care stuff. So as part of that, I've been asked to do things like, stand up and speak in front of, quite a lot of people about my life with the children, which, yes, was terrifying, but having had to do those kinds of exercises on the course, it meant that things like that have been much easier and much less daunting. I mean, I just think we want it to be the best possible sort of outcome we can get. And it's, at the moment, I feel a bit like I'm slogging away doing all of the groundwork that's hopefully going to be really important to make sure it turns out as good as we can make it.